Today I'm going to show you how to make something fall from the top of the screen to the bottom at a random place, and we're going to try to catch it with that bowl. If you watched my previous videos, then you will know, let me disconnect this, you will know that my bowl will move from left to right and wrap around. So there's another video showing you how to create that. It does not go up or down, just left and right, and wraps around. So we have that working. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create, in this case, I chose an apple. I wanted to make it smaller because at full size, watch this, I changed the size to 100% and I can't see it. So let me find my show button and here's a little hint. I put it out here and click show. Now you can see it. So there's the apple at 100%. And here's the apple at 50%. And that's a little more realistic to my bowl if I want a bowl of apples, which we're not going to have, but you know what I mean. I'm just making it a little more size appropriate, if you will. So what am I going to do? First of all, this repeat 10 that you see here is because I want the apple to fall 10 times. And it's not going to fall immediately 10 times. You'll see as we go. But that's what that 10 is. I'm going to have the apple fall 10 times. That number can be changed. It's just kind of my limits for this particular program. So the first thing, I'm going to take the second repeat out. I want to show you that what's going to happen is the first thing it does is the apple will hide, and it's going to go to a random place between negative 240, which is on the left side of the screen, and positive 240, which is on the right side of the screen. And let's see, I'm going to hit stop here because it's blipping. You can't really see it, but it's going to, in fact, let me take the hide out just for now. Nope, I want this out. There we go. So you can see the apple's going to show up in different places, and there's a wait 1 to 3 seconds between the apple showing up. Now, I took the hide out because I just wanted you to see that 10 different times this apple's going to show up at a different place. I've got y equal to 180, so it's kind of a little bit off the screen, but at the top, and we're going anywhere from the far left to the far right of the screen. This pick random is green. It comes from our operators, and it's right here, pick random. So why did I pick negative 240 to 240? Because I put my XY grid in, and I can see that that is the limits of my horizontal values on my coordinate plane. So let's go back and put that hide in. And then after we show the apple, let's hit stop so it doesn't go again. I've got a repeat 36, which might be a head scratcher, right? So I did put a comment in. If you've never done a comment, you can right click and add a comment and it will attach it to the block that you right clicked on. So I made a comment in here just to kind of tell you that the distance from negative 180 to positive 180. So the distance from the top of our screen to the bottom of our screen is 360. Remember, distance is absolute value. So negative 180 to positive 180 to negative 180 is 360. And if I'm moving 10 steps at a time, did not mean to start that. If I'm moving 10 steps at a time, 10 times 36 makes my 360. So it's going to go 10 steps at a time in this downward direction, because remember, back here at the beginning, we don't have the apple rotate and we point it down. You see it's in the down direction. So it's going to go down 10 steps at a time, and 36 times we'll get it all the way from the top to the bottom. So that's good, and that works. Now, every 10 steps it takes is going to check to see if it's touching the bowl. And if it is, it's going to hide and make a collection sound. So this is not going to work perfectly, and I want to show it to you. So let's take a look. Oh, you know what? It did work a little more perfectly because I forgot to make a mistake. All right, let's take this hide out. So if it touches the bowl, we're going to make the sound. I did want to show you what happens when you forget to hide it. Oh, did you hear all those noises? So it's touching all the way through, and it's repeatedly making that sound because it's in that forever loop. So to change that, just like I had before, we hide it before we make the sound. Then it will make one sound at a time. Okay? And if it goes off the screen, it just hides. So that is working so far. We can catch it, but we don't have any points. If you're going to make a game, part of your goal is to collect some points. So we're going to go to the variables code, and I'm going to change my variable. I right clicked and I'm going to rename it points. You can rename it score, you can rename it apples, you can rename it whatever you want. I'm going to call it points. At the very beginning of my program, I'm going to set my points to 0. And then every time I collect my apple, I'm going to change points by 1. Now, once again, I'm going to pull the hide out. And let's see what happens to the points when the hide is not there. You could probably guess. Oh, except you can't see it. All right. I need to check this box by points. Now you can see. Let's restart. Points are 0. I got 6 points for that apple. And maybe your kids will love that they get all kinds of points. Like if it goes through the thinner side of the apple, they get, of the bowl rather, they get more points. If it goes through right through the middle where it's wider, they get more. That's not what I want. I want 1 point at a time. So we're going to hide that apple. And now it should get 1 point at a time. There it is. So the most points I can get right now is 10 because I have a repeat 10 loop, and only 10 apples will happen before the code stops executing. There's 7, and I missed that one. So now I can only get 9 and get over there. Oh, and I missed that one. Now I can, whew. I think we're done because I missed 2 and I got 8. All right. So that is how you can make the apple fall from the top to the bottom and catch it and get points. There'll be another video to show you how to lose points when you miss. We'll see you next time. Happy coding.